Any changes to your lineup today, Kris?
No changes.
All right. Thought on Matthias Ekholm, how close he is. I realize it was a tight turnaround. And did your team's performance the other night allow you to continue down the path and deploy the same personnel?
I think once Ekholm's available, we'll put him in. It's nice not trailing the series, come back here. But the most important thing is his health, and when he's ready to play, and when he is ready to play, he'll be inserted in the lineup. I don't think we need to, but that being said, we've got 6 defensemen that are playing really well right now, which gives us a lot of more confidence of not having to force it.
Left side, back row, Josh.
Kris, I'm just wondering, with Stuart, what have you learned about his ability to sort of park a bad game or a bad stretch and recalibrate? What's allowed him to kind of ride that roller coaster, ride that wave?
That's a great skill to have for any player, forward, defenseman, but especially goalies, because goalies, there's a lot more pressure on you. Obviously, you see the wins and the losses. The last play usually comes down to making a save or not, and being able to bounce back after a tough game, bad stretch, whatever it is. I've been very impressed with Stu's ability to do that throughout my time here, whether it was a regular season, my first year, throughout the playoffs, this year. Obviously he went through a stretch of not playing, and Calvin came in and did a phenomenal job, and then we needed him to come back, and Stu came back and played fairly well. But then, to get the 3 shutouts in 4 games, obviously he was able to recover well and work on some of the parts of his game, the technical side. But I just think with him, he's been very impressed with how even keel he is and doesn't get too high or too low.
Left side, front row, Mark.
The Nurse Hint situation kind of, pokes the nest of the Stars a little bit. We've seen in playoff series where those things keep going or take on a bit of a life of their own. As a coach involved in this series, do you have any message for your team in having some control over what happens on that front?
I think moving forward, I think we're a pretty disciplined team, and Dallas is a very disciplined team. I think both teams are more interested in doing what's right to win hockey games and not getting retribution or whatever happens. But I think it's important that we stay disciplined and not going into the penalty box, especially with their power play. They've won a lot of games throughout this playoffs run on special teams. Special teams is a very strong part of their team, and less opportunities that we give them on the power play, the better off we are. So, that goes for any series, because power play is usually our big factor. For us, we want to play our game. We want to be hard. We want to be finishing checks. We want to play right to the line without having to go to the penalty box.
Left side, second row, Derek.
Hey, Kris. Hockey players can be creatures of habit, and when you change the schedule, sometimes they go off a little bit. I just thought on the afternoon start. Connor said he's never played an afternoon game in the playoffs. Just how do you kind of try and prepare the best you can?
Yeah, it's a little bit different, especially now. Routine has become such a big part of our schedule right now throughout the playoffs, and now we do have some afternoon games, and throughout the regular season, I think we just try and mimic the schedule that we had during the regular season as much as possible. It's the time of our meeting times and what we're showing and the messages that we have. It is important that we are ready to go at 1 o'clock, and usually, we've got the routine of having a morning skate, and most guys nap and having their meal at a certain time and all that to kind of get ready for that 7 o'clock game. We don't have that opportunity to do that. And it's up to, that fortunately or hopefully that we are ready when that puck's dropped right from the start, because, having a strong start will be very important tonight.
Right side, third row, Pierre.
Yes, Kris, I wonder if you could walk us through your thought process in putting Leon with his current line mates and what you've liked from that line.
Mostly the success that they had last year in the regular season. They played a stretch a lot around January, and they went really well. The analytics said they played well. They had a majority of the play in the offensive zone. So we wanted to make a little change during the playoffs, and it was during the Vegas series. And felt that Leon was playing left wing with Connor for a big stretch, and we wanted to put Leon back at center, and we're, well, what's best? And so that was part of it. Another part was putting in Kapanen, that we wanted to just add a little boost to our game, because we felt, I believe it was after game 2, we won it, but it wasn't a good game by us. We felt like we were a little flat. We've got some players that weren't playing yet that were healthy and just itching to get in, that we feel they're good hockey players and give our team a boost. And Troy Stetcher and Kapanen were those two players that we ended putting in, because we felt that, like I said, they could give us that boost. So we put in Kapanen, and we felt Kapanen and Podkolzin together have played well, and they've also played well with Leon. So that's where we decided to go with that line.